In this video, we're going to talk about how to grade forums. So the preferred method is whole forum grading. So I've got a standard forum for general use here, and I'm going to go into the settings for that, and I'm going to go down to whole forum grading. And notice right now it says grade none. I'm going to use a point system, so I can give it how many points to use. So I can make this worth 10 points, 100 points, and so that can work with your grade book as you need. And I'm going to show you simple direct grading first, and then we'll go back and look at that. Also notice you can set it to send the students a notification when you've done grading. So I'm going to save and display this forum. And because I've added that whole forum grading, we've already got some postings here, there's a grade users option. So I'm going to click on that, and it comes up with me first as the teacher, so I can either click this over to the side to move to the next student, or I can search for a specific student. If you hit this little arrow by mistake, it will close this up. To get that back, this first icon right here will open that back up. So if you lose this grading option, just click here and that'll open it up, and this will also close it as well. But either that or that will close it, and this will open it back. So if you lose this, that's where it went. So now I'm seeing my first student. Here's the post, and so this is what they replied back to something. I can view the parent post so I can see it within context of what they wrote. And so here's a discussion started by another student that they replied to. So I will see everything within this forum that the student did, and it'll let me see the basis behind it. And now I can simply put a grade in here. And then I can send notifications or not to the student and hit save. However, that's fairly limited. I can't give private feedback to the student on why they got this grade. I can reply to their post and give them feedback, but I can't give them direct feedback with that. So I'm going to show a separate way of doing this. So we're going to go under the same form and go into settings again, and go down to whole forum grading. We're still going to use whole forum, but instead of the grading method be simple direct, we have two other options under here, a grading guide and a rubric. I really like the rubric because it gives us a simple form to go in and select criteria and just give a point value to it. But the grading guide also is a quick way to do this. So both of these will work, and if you've used either of these within AsULearn, they work the same as they do for assignments. But I'm going to just add a grading guide in this particular case. And now when I hit save and display, it's going to give me a warning that I don't have a grading guide yet. If I already have some, I can use them from the template, but we're going to just go and define one really quickly, and we're going to call this FG for forum grading, and give that a name that you know so it becomes a template for other forums. So a descriptive name is really good here, and a description of how you're using this. And we're going to start adding criteria. So I'm going to add activity as one of the descriptors, and we can come in here and give a description for what the student is looking at, and then I'm going to give this a maximum score of 80, and I'm going to add another one and call it voice, and I would give a description, and I'm going to give this a value of 20. I can also add some frequently used comments so that I can throw those in the comment feature quickly. I can decide whether the students should see the grading guide. If they can, then they know what to the expectation is. So once I've set that, I'm going to save grading guide and make it ready. So now when I go to grade users, I'm going to go to my first student. So I see the same thing over here on the side, but now I see my criteria. So score out of 80, and if I'd given a description there, I can give this say a 70. I can give comments, which is a big improvement over just the simple direct grading. And then I can give values here, and when I hit save, it will automatically combine those grades and put them into the grading database as one grade. So it's a great way to grade forums within AsULearn.